Drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad if you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form. It's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem is, if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin in an Hour, a safe place to talk about anything from sobriety, addiction, depression, anxiety, balance, and life. My name is Kyle Gray. We are live every Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a safe place to talk about anything. How's everybody doing today? I want to get straight into the chat. So, Mike, talking about depression making you spiral. Depression hit hard this last week, and 6 months of not drinking went out the window. So first of all, Mike, don't beat yourself up for relapsing. Relapsing is literally part of the recovery process. It happens, and it's not something to really harp on yourself too hard about. It's not something to be like, I failed and I'm always going to be an addict. I'm always going to be an alcoholic. I'm stuck here. If you treated everything like that, you would never learn to walk, ride a bike, never learn how to become any advanced at any skill. So don't treat yourself like that in recovery. Relapsing is a part of the process, and you need to be kind to yourself through this. So don't let that feed your addiction, relapsing, because that's part of this whole journey. Ryan, congrats to 317 days clean. Almost there for a year, bro. Congrats on that. That's fucking huge. And also congrats on Alex. He said he's 104 days clean. 106 days, excuse me. That's amazing. MIA Teddy Bear, how's it going? But yeah, Mike, I know that sometimes depression can really feel like this like huge anvil, this weight that's just pulling you down. And I've talked to a couple of my friends recently that are suffering from depression, and it's really difficult, man. So just vent in here, man. Tell us what you're going through. I really want to hear it. Just trying to juggle through this Xmas week with OCD. What's up, Jay? Yeah, Aaron. Definitely could see how OCD would be difficult during these times. And stressful. Definitely like what you said. Yeah, these times in general, the holidays are not easy for like multitudes of different reasons. Like being around family, certain people. Like I'm not able to see my family during this time. It's the longest I've gone without seeing my family. I haven't seen them in almost a year, and I used to fly home to Colorado literally like every other month to see them. So it's not an easy time. The holidays are not an easy time at all. Caleb, Merry Christmas. Love from New Zealand. I've stocked up on the kombucha for Christmas drinks. Family and food are more important than booze to me. Caleb, fuck yeah, man. That's what I like to hear. That's incredible. You'll be more present, too, drinking kombucha and not alcohol with your family. Like, you'll be able to experience them to a higher degree than you would have if you were intoxicated. So congrats on that. Funny enough, I'm actually doing a report on depression right now. I'm literally typing the document in another window. Talk about it, MIA. I would love to hear about it. I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on depression at all. I'm still learning about it, but I like to hear about it, and especially people that know anything about it, feel free to talk about it in here. Avo, my guy. What's up, Brandon? I'm going to try to go on a 90-day from beer starting the 1st, and I'm quitting cigarettes total. Any tips or advice for trying to get ready to start it up? I would say, Brandon, like, eliminate habits you have that used to make you want to drink. Like, for example, if you, like, have a drink at the end of the day, make tea or, like, some other drink so you still have that, like, reward-based system. You're just not going to alcohol. Like something like tea, a kombucha, something healthy, or even just sparkling water, honestly, is a good alternative to alcohol. So if you're like kind of doing your day by day based on that reward-based system where you're like, I can't wait till the end of the day and I can have a drink, just have another drink. Have a different type of drink that isn't alcohol. Rain, Merry Christmas Eve. Yeah, that's right. It's the 23rd. It's my little brother's birthday today, actually, which is pretty cool. Haven't seen my family in a few years. Damn, that's pretty wild. Why a few years? what's been going on that it's a few years. I'm working on my ED and doing a report about childhood depression and other mental disorders, trying to find some supporting resources. Interesting. That's dope, man. That's really cool. I mean, yeah, I was just saying earlier to a friend that like basically all of our adulthood like feelings, anything is based on a foundation of childhood experiences. So if we suffered trauma as a child, then it's basically like having a foundation that has little holes in it. You know, we need to find out why those holes took place, where they came from, how to cope with them, to better have a more solid foundation for our adult feelings, emotions, morals, all that. So, yeah. But yeah, the holidays are not an easy part of the year by any means. They're difficult. They're really tricky. They can be fantastic, you know, if you're around family and friends, they can be like wonderful. Like there's nothing better than being with like your loved ones in Christmas, right? But then on the opposite end of the spectrum, it really sucks when you're not around the people you care about, or you don't have people that care about you, or you think you don't have people that care about you, because you always have a family, and I bet you will have friends that care about you. Well, I'm in California. They're all in the Midwest. Was poor for a bit. Now COVID plus my pops passed and things got weird for a bit. Sorry to hear about your pops passing away, man. That's really unfortunate to hear. My condolences. No Studio was super funny last night. I needed that. Yeah, it was. That was a fire episode. We're actually doing another episode tonight in 2 hours with RX and Frack. So tune in for that. Pretty much have been filming nonstop, which is been interesting. I definitely like have less time than I have ever had, but I'm not really doing like anything for the channel, which is kind of problematic. But I've been filming a lot recently. Like every day I've been filming something. It's pretty wild. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate that. Yeah, the riot was a great event. I meant to do a recap, but like I said, I've been filming every day, so I'm like behind on so many different things. It was even kind of a struggle for me to do this today. Like I literally just finished working out. I'm going to do this, then set up the podcast for Geechee RX and Frack and JR to come over. But yeah, balancing the emotions on the holidays is really difficult. And it's definitely easy to want to turn towards a vice to numb things out, because, you know, especially if you get into the groove of comparison. And you guys know this quote, comparison is the thief of joy. When you're comparing your life to other people's lives and you're like, oh, other people are with their family and friends. Why am I not with my family? Oh, other people are with their loved ones. You know, if you're not in a relationship, you're like, oh, why don't I have a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend? It's very easy to get in that way when you're comparing life situations. But I think the most important thing you can do if you're by yourself during the holidays is be good to yourself in a healthy way, because you will thank yourself for it. Exercise, eat good, and then on Christmas Day, cook yourself a fucking meal that you like love. You know, get some food that you love. Watch a fucking movie that you really like. Read a book you really like. This is a day for you. I think the misconception of like being nice to yourself means that you have to be unhealthy, or you have to be you have to dabble in habits that aren't exactly good, you know, like drinking, smoking, doing drugs, having casual sex, all that stuff, you know. Not saying any of that stuff is bad by any means, once in a blue moon, but if you're doing it consistently, and if you're an addict like myself, it can be a bit problematic. So I think there's very easy ways for you to be really good for yourself, and I think you treat yourself right and have a fun day alone. What's good, K-Dose? Good to see you in here, bro. Am I sponsoring people yet? I'm not. I'm not part of the AA program. But I mean, I guess that doesn't mean I can't like talk to people. But I'm very open to talking to people about sobriety, and I'm not going to act like I'm some expert about sobriety at all. I got sober in a very unorthodox way that a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to do, and I'm not saying I'm stronger than a lot of people. I just happen to be able to pull it off. It was like right place, right mindset, right time, everything. I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. It was a really, really serious relationship that I cared about a lot. And it made me look at myself and how I acted in the relationship, and really just realized that I wasn't really proud of who I was. So I wanted to take steps towards being on a better path as a human, as an individual, and removing drinking from my life was a big step towards that. So yeah, I just stopped, like literally just cold turkey stopped. I said I was gonna quit for a year, and then after like a couple months, I was like, I'm not gonna probably drink again. I never get triggered to drink. Like for example, last night on the podcast, like literally like everybody's drunk in the room. Everybody is drinking. Craig wasn't drinking behind me, so he was like one of the few people that wasn't drinking. But like somebody takes a bottle of Don Julio and places it right in front of me while I'm working, like, you know, because there's not a lot of room. And I'm just like, this is so crazy. I'm like literally an alcoholic, and people are like, this is like temptation at its finest. But, you know, it didn't move me. I wasn't like, damn, this fucking Don Julio, everybody's having fun. I want to be part of the party, because I was still part of the party. I was just sober. And I think being around people that are intoxicated now, if anything, just kind of like reinforces the reason why I'm sober in the first place. What's especially painful and kind of guilt-inducing is that I've had my family, college, and everything external, but it doesn't do much to mitigate the headaches and triggers. And there's a little... What's up, Desi? Good to see you in here. Aaron, I think your message got cut off. I'm going to a holiday party. Oh, good one, Ricky. How about the joke where I ban you from the channel? That's a good one. I love all these like accounts that are made by like fake people that probably got bought by a certain big corporation that's owned by Fox to just come in here and spam. Do you think the culture of battle rap kind of leans towards comparison and negative self-views? I can't imagine anyone poor middle class could enjoy watching a round from Goods. I don't know about that, man. I think like watching somebody like Goods could be very uplifting, actually, and like that's kind of what I've always really liked about hip hop is the braggadocious aspect about it, because it like teaches you. I don't know, like when I watch Goods, I don't really see like Goods as being this like Jimmy Buffett, like fucking Steve Jobs, larger than life CEO that I'll never attain. Goods' level of wealth is very attainable by people. You just have to, like he talks, work hard, and you have to be a boss, as he says, and it's very attainable. And I like that. That's inspiring to me, actually. It's just really all about perspective in battle rap. You can definitely look at battle rap and be like, oh, they're just talking about killing each other. It's negative. It's hateful. Blah, blah, blah. You can look at anything and do that, actually. You can look at sports and be like, man, they hate each other. There's so much trash talk, and they get hurt. They get injured. Like the people that own the NFL or like yada, yada, yada. You can look at like MMA and be like, they're just fighting. They're just literally hurting each other all the time. Or you could look at the artistic side of everything. You can look at the camaraderie in battle rap, that it brings together people from all walks of life, no matter who they are. Like, for example, me and Geechee Gotti, good friends. Without battle rap, we would never have met each other, would have never walked in the same lane at all. I'm a white guy from the suburbs of Colorado. He is a black dude from Compton. Like, we are totally from the opposite ends of the spectrum, but we get along really well. Even outside of battle rap, we get along. And I think that's a gorgeous aspect about battle rap. One more thing, Avo. The girl I'm currently talking to is a recovering alcoholic and has been sober for 10 years. That's fucking awesome. Should I spend more time around her and less time around my friends that drink? I mean, I would say, Brandon, like, spend time around the people you want to spend time around. Don't spend time around people just because they're sober. I don't think I actually have any. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I have very few friends in general, but I don't know very many people like in my personal life that are sober, to be honest with you. Most of the people I know they drink too, so, but I definitely wouldn't go and party with people, you know. I would never go and hang out with somebody who was like doing a ton of drugs or drinking on a binge or anything like that. Let's see if I missed anything. Trey, what up? Good to see you in here. Momentum TV. This year's holidays are tough because of how far away the family lives, and COVID is making traveling hard. Really trying to find a way through it without it stressing me out too much. Momentum TV, definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, just being apart from your family is not easy. It's not easy at all. It's really fucking difficult. Thank you, man. It's Lo Mein. I appreciate that. Hey y'all, I need some help. Anyone in here ever been in a position where they know they're gonna detox from the drug of choice, but their partner is home with them and not cutting slack? So, welcome to the 92503. Do you mean your partner is using as well and not letting you quit? Desi, holidays are so hard for me, but the past 2 days I've received so many random blessings. I'm trying to hold the gratitude and turn into holiday cheer for my kids. That's beautiful, Desi. Hell yeah, I love to hear that. Jason, sup, Abo? I just got on my 26th rewatch of the Bender Forever episode. Such a unique, timeless artist. Thanks for recording this back then. Take care out there. Hope you have a great holidays. Jason, thank you, my friend. Bender RIP. Okay, so welcome to the 92503 and not letting them have their alone time to come up with their own DOC or alcohol. What do you all do in that position? Did you go through it with it and ignore your partner lack of empathy? I mean, if somebody is lacking empathy for you to quit using, I think that's a really, really problematic thing, because essentially they're not encouraging you to up your frequency in life. Any change you ever want to make that's to better yourself, somebody that's in a relationship with you should be overwhelmingly encouraging, if not just a bit encouraging. Nobody should be enabling. And that is a huge, I don't want to say red flag, but that is definitely not something that I would say is conducive to being in a healthy relationship. If you're in a healthy relationship, like honestly, like fucking, like, my ex challenged me all the time. She was telling me that she wanted me to go to therapy. And this was when I was really against therapy. She was telling me that I was a sex addict. She was telling me that I was an alcoholic. Like, I had, I'm not saying I wasn't very, very toxic in the relationship, because I was extremely toxic and I caused her a lot of trauma. But the thing about it is, if you're in a relationship where the person really cares about you, they should want you to get better. They should want you to elevate your frequency and just improve your life. So I think that's problematic, man, if your partner isn't helping you out with that at all. What's funny to me about battle rap, it's such an odd reputation to the general public. Everyone thinks Eminem, 8 Mile, so much more, amazing community. Agree with that, man. Totally agree with that. Am I introverted? Yes, I am. I'm very introverted, and I like spending time alone. Like, it definitely, as I've got older, I fucking love being alone. Like, I can't tell you guys, like, I went on that 8-week King of the Dot trip where I was on the road for 8 weeks. So I'm in the car with another person for 8 weeks, 2 months, like around people all the fucking time. And my God, I was so excited to be, like, to get home and just not see anybody and just be in my apartment alone, away from people. I don't think that's too problematic unless it becomes something to where I'm like not seeing people for like months at a time. How do you find those encouraging friends though? I mean, I think it's just how you find any people that are encouraging and any people that care about you. Your family will definitely care about you, your friends. I think everybody wants to see their friends and family be healthy. Hobbies. You have to find something to fill that void. Anything. Yeah, I would say definitely. Like, picking up some hobbies is always a great thing. And they don't have to be like really extravagant. You can't. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I do archery or I paint. Like, it could be something as I draw, I read, I walk outside. I love to exercise. Like, simple stuff. That's healthy. Hypnos, I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. Brandon, really sad thing to say, but the recovering alcoholic is enabling me. Says she understands and I'll quit on my own terms, but it'd be easier for me with more help, especially with this holiday season. The recovering alcoholic is enabling you. So she's sober or she's not? Haven't seen my daughter since her birthday in October when she turned 7. I can't see her this Christmas, so trying not to drink is going to be difficult. Germ, thank you. Thank you for the compliment on my hair. I buzzed my head. I did it myself because of COVID, and everybody in LA is more scared of COVID than anything I've ever experienced. It's pretty wild. She's sober, but she buys me alcohol. Yeah, that's pretty problematic, man. Like that's not good. Like, why is she buying you alcohol? Are you under 21? I would not say if she, especially if she's a sober person. Why would she want you to be to be drinking still? That's interesting. I'm sure she has her reasons. Um, I'm 29. She's 42. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's problematic, man. I think that if you're in a relationship with somebody and you tell them that, I'm assuming you're very open in your communication with her, but if you tell them, hey, I want to cut back on drinking and this is something that I struggle with, it's not going to be easy for me and I would really appreciate it if you would help me out. I'm going to need your support. Communication is not easy in relationships, and oftentimes, I'm not saying relationships like man and woman, like romantic. I'm saying just relationships in general. I think people and myself struggle with communicating for just every reason, and it's very hard sometimes to say something as simple as that: is, hey, this is something I struggle with. I would really, really love your support. Is that something that you'd be able to give me? You know, not kind of attacking somebody or asking them, guilt tripping them into it, but voicing that you have an issue you're going through and that you would love for them to help you with it in some way. And if they were able to do that, you would be delighted, but not being resentful if they weren't, you know. I've been a drug addict since I was 15. I'm 34. I've been clean for 4 years. Congrats, man. Life will be kicking my ass. Life still be kicking my ass without drugs. Just need some positive vibes right now. Big battle rap fan though. Fuck yeah, dude. Well, hell yeah. I'm sending you all the positive energy out there. Kill a Bizzle 524. Congrats on the 4 years sober. Yeah, I mean, like, getting sober is not going to solve all your problems. Getting sober is not going to be like life's key to like eternal happiness and like never ending wealth, and you know, it's not going to be the key. What it is it's a good step up. It's a good way to get kind of elevate your frequency, you know, but it's not going to keep you there. It's not going to keep you there at all. I'm sober right now, and if I like just sat around all day watching TV and eating cookies and not doing work, you know, it's like that wouldn't mean shit. I would be sober still, but I wouldn't be operating at a high frequency. I've heard multiple people tell me I've heard multiple people like me better when I'm drinking, and that in itself is painful. Yo, so that's the thing. I forgot who I was talking to the other day, and that's not true about fucking anybody. And I don't care what anybody fucking says. Nobody is better when they're drinking than when they are sober. Fucking period. That is just a fucking blatant lie. You are yourself when you're sober. Holy, you're not a different person when you're inebriated. What they're saying is they like somebody who has low inhibitions when they're drinking too, or they're like, oh, he's fun. Like, you're just as fun sober. Like, there's no fucking difference, man. You are the same person you are sober as you are intoxicated, and you are more of a fucking person sober than you are intoxicated. You're more of a better human being in every way, shape, and form. Funny, present, smart, intelligent, like physically, everything sober is better than intoxicated. That's a fucking, just such a lie, Brandon. Like, don't believe anybody that says that, because I guarantee you're like just as pleasant sober, if not more. I didn't say I believe it. I'm just saying that what they say, I don't believe that to be true. That's good. Don't believe it, man. And it's easy to convince yourself of that too. Of course, man. I used to believe that shit. I used to think I was fucking a delight drunk. That's why I would drink all the time and be like, oh, people like don't even know I'm drunk. I can get away with it. Do you use any type of online therapy, and does it help? I've been seeking therapy locally, but due to the pandemic, all of them have severe waiting lists, and I'm unsure where to turn for it. Momentum. So here's my advice. Like, I'm a huge advocate for therapy. I love therapy. I've been going for almost 4 years now, and therapy is a wonderful, wonderful tool that I think is essential for a lot of people, if not everybody. But like you said, the pandemic makes it impossible for you to go in person. So if you have great health care and you can have therapy that's free, I would say, yeah, try it. Do it online. I don't have health care, and paying $200 for a Zoom call is not part of my budget, unfortunately. I wish it was, but it's not. And also, it just doesn't have the same connection when you're not in the room with a therapist. It's just different. It feels less personal. But I would say if you do need somebody to talk to, I would definitely seek that out. There's a lot of free online therapy out there as well. So definitely look into it, man. Just focus on yourself, man. Everybody's going to have an opinion on you, but who are drugs don't define you, who you are. That's very true. I was badly addicted to drugs and selling drugs. I was so depressed and had bad anxiety, but I found the Bible and spent years reading it and researching it. Then I gave my life to Jesus, helped me so much. That's amazing, walking with Christ. That's really great that you were able to use that to better yourself. That's fucking amazing. I've seen The Disaster Artist, yeah. I really like The Disaster Artist. Where they make a movie set look like an alleyway instead of using an alleyway. Anyway, thanks for keeping Battle Rap pure. Yeah, that reminds me of a certain battle event that just went on. Of course, momentum. Therapy's great, but having a strong relationship with someone you respect and trust who is also sober and regularly wants me to help you, that helps me more for me. I can see that. Gym helps with anger release. That's true. Exercise helps with everything. I'm a huge advocate of exercise. I think it's like the purest thing that you can do to like elevate yourself, elevate your frequency, stack a win, as they say, and just feel better. Like release those endorphins. I mean, God, man, I've been like working out really hard recently, and I can't tell you, like I feel just great. Like overall, I just feel really, really good and healthy. So definitely like working out. If you have the ability to go to a gym, go to a gym. If you don't, just working out in your room is fine. Like I literally work out like behind you guys is my living room, and I literally just work out here. I do like a bunch of calisthenics. I got some dumbbells, and I run outside now. So that's my workout routine. Do anything about Jordan B. Peterson? I would recommend everyone to watch his videos or buy his book. He helped me come back from a suicidal depression. I've heard a lot about him. I am familiar with him. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I haven't like watched a lot of his videos, but I definitely have watched them and appreciated them. What's the book called that he wrote? Thank you. I will be praying for you, brother. You were there for me when I needed things to take my mind off of bad stuff. Awesome, man. Hell yeah. Thank you for the prayers, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm super interested in Jordan B. Peterson. He's an alcoholic as well, or am I mistaken? I seem to remember that he had troubles with alcohol. Have ever thought about being a sponsor? I have not, just because I'm not in the program, but I wouldn't mind it. Like if there was somebody out there that needed somebody to talk to a lot, obviously I do the show. I talk to a lot of people pretty much on a regular basis about sobriety and depression and all that stuff, and I would be open to it for sure. Desi, I made a workout space in my basement this week. I was sick of pulling out my yoga mat and bands every time and packing them away after. Fuck yeah. That's great to hear. It's cool you have a space too, because then you can like go to your space and like work out instead of like clearing everything out and pulling the yoga mat out. Makes you feel like you're more like, okay, boom, I'm in like workout mode, you know? What did you weigh at your heaviest? You were huge like a year ago or so, I feel like. Yeah, Infinity, I was definitely I was like a balloon, man. Like, when I was at my like height of like alcoholism and like drinking, I was 217 pounds. And I don't know what I am now, but I'm definitely not that. I'm definitely 200 or under 200. I think when I was going to the gym heavy before COVID, I was like around 178 or something like that. So, happy holidays Sunday, Venom. 12 Rules for Life. It's the best self-help book I've read. Interesting, cool. 12 Rules for Life. I'll look that up. I'll buy that. Seriously, Ava does a lot. Even watching him go through the recent situation has helped me handle my own similar situations. That's good to hear, man. That's all I want to hear. That's all I like want out of like that type of stuff is to like somehow. I don't want to say set an example, but just like start a conversation, right? Like start a conversation about things, you know. Avo, if you need a first person to sponsor, I got you. I'm an alcoholic who's still in love with his ex-wife from 2 years ago when we split. Also a sex addict. It sucks, man. Brandon, we sound like the same person, bro. Literally, I pretty much share similarities and all that. I'm still in love with my ex, and I'm a sex addict as well. So I have extreme empathy for you. Mindfulness in Plain English is a good Buddhist-based book. That's cool as fuck. I should write down these books. Let me see. I'm going to copy that because I know I'm going to forget that. Then I'll look up the Jordan Peterson book as well. But yeah, I've been looking for a new book to read. I'm reading a book right now just called Relationships. It's by that YouTube channel, School of Life, that I like a lot. It's pretty cool. It's very, like, wordy, but I do like it. It is a good book. Do you consider video work to be therapeutic for yourself, or is it more work feeling now? I don't really know if it's therapeutic, but I don't really think about it as like stressful work. It's more stuff that I'm just like I don't even think about it as work. It's just like I just get it done and I care about it. At least battle rap video work. If I was doing other video work, I don't think I would feel the same way, and I would feel pretty annoyed. That's unfair to say. I don't know if I would feel annoyed, but battle rap work never feels like I'm like, oh, this is a drag. I have work to do. It's more so I'm just doing it. Any updates on Ruiner Day Studios? If not, no worries. Dustin, yeah, man, I mean, like, since all that stuff happened, honestly, I lost, like, probably over half the Patreon, so there's no way I can afford a studio anytime soon. And just, like, you know, overall, how people feel about me in the culture is not very, it's whatever at this point. But the update on the studio is postponed currently, unfortunately. Darren, you're annoyed. Why? Why are you annoyed? School Life is nice. I love that channel. Super dope. How did I develop my video editing skills? Literally just like trial and error, because when I first started video editing, there was no YouTube. YouTube wasn't around. I first started editing when I was 14, so that's 22 years ago. So I've been editing for like 22 years. And yeah, I would just literally fucking click around and learn, like literally like a manual, like a paper manual, through experience. That's how I learned. What's my favorite watch? Probably the one with Lux and Hollow. I got canceled, Infinity Ripper. I got canceled, bro. JTR, I lost a friend from college yesterday, and watching the funeral on Zoom sent me. Make sure to give your friends their flowers while they're still alive to see them, y'all. JTR, my condolences, man. Sorry to hear about that. That's really terrible. How are you doing? How are you coping with all this? The trials are just freeing up space in our lives for what is really meant to come to fruition. I like that. I like that, Levi. That's dope, man. Good to see you in here, bro. Which favorite watch? And I was joking. No watches now, hence I'm annoyed. Oh, word, Darren. For sure. How did Moon influence you to get into battle rap? Never heard that story. He was the first battle I saw. I saw him battle RZA in '98. And that was the first battle I ever saw. So without me seeing that battle, would not be here. Kelvin, what up? Good to see you in here. Hypnos, thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot. That means a lot to me, man. Hey, Avo, have you ever done a watch to Philly Swain versus DNA? It's a crazy one-rounder. Philly Swain goes crazy. I love Philly Swain. I'll peep it. Darren, well, I'm glad you didn't cancel me, bro. As long as you didn't cancel me, we're good. We're gravy. I'm listening to a lot of Bone Thugs, The Crossroads. He was 30. He was on the U.S. and Mexican national rugby teams. That's awesome. Seeing the shovels put dirt on his coffin was the hardest part. Yeah, man, that sounds really, really, really hard, man. Like that was, even you saying that is like super, super powerful. My condolences, man. I'm just sending you positive energy. I know that's not an easy thing to go through by any means. Dustin, peace out, man. But if you're around family and friends, I would say that's the best thing you can do right now is try to be around people that care about you. I played rugby with him in college, although he was good and I wasn't. Word, man. Rugby is gnarly. Rugby is a super, super gnarly sport, man. It's crazy. It's not like more just worldwide, you know, or I guess I should say it's just crazy. It's not in America because that shit is violent. That was a violent sport. But yeah, GTR, like just be around family and friends. I know of a lot of people that have actually lost loved ones recently. Obviously, it's like COVID, a lot of other reasons too, but like just take time for yourself, man. That's the most important thing to do is take time for yourself and grieve. It's okay to grieve for as long as you need. Also, although I played 4 years of rugby and dislocated my knee playing wiffle ball. That's hilarious. Yeah, you always get hurt doing the dumbest things. Like people like will be like MMA fighters and then fucking like break their ankle walking down some stairs. What if your family and friends are toxic and not good for you? That's true, Brandon. I would say then avoid them. Definitely avoid them. Any battles I'm looking forward to in 2021? Geechee Gotti and Murda Mook. Hollow and Rum Nitty. Iron Sheik, the real. Oh my god. Not Iron Sheik. I'm thinking of wrestling for some reason. I don't know why that happened. Let's see what else. What are the cool battles? Twerk. I want Twerk to come back. We football, not soccer. Hey man, soccer's cool too. Soccer's super fun to watch. Daylight K-Shine, that's a dope one as well. I really want to know what happened, but I don't want to press the issue. It's a sore topic. I hope it wasn't some old tweet or video or bullshit. Yeah, it was. It was an old video of me laughing at a racist joke, essentially. And like joining in on the joke. And yeah, so that came to light and a lot of people got mad about it, which I understand why they got angry. So Sunday, yeah. I hear that, man. It's not easy. This year hasn't been easy at all. How are you doing, Sunday Venom? Football's dope. I like football, man. I fuck with football. This season has been incredible, honestly. But yeah, man. How are you coping with everything? Sunday Venom. You'll unsubscribe. Haven't had time to be here for live in months. Bigs ups to you, Avo. Always appreciate everything you do. Hope you're doing well. Luke, thank you for the donation, my friend. Appreciate that. I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm going to do this in an hour, and then I'm going to do a podcast with Geechee. And yeah, should be great. I feel like quarantine has affected many people many different ways, but I'm so blessed to be able to not be working my 9 to 5 at the moment and having full freedom and time to create. It's a good perspective, Levi. That's a really good perspective, man. I think what you're practicing right now is super important. You're practicing gratitude and being grateful for what you have. It's not easy to always do that, especially when you have a lot to I guess like a lot that is bringing you down, but man, like my whole room is covered with like just big pictures of gratitude sayings that I made, like you are loved, today I bring love, you are free, I forgive you, all this stuff, because it's really important, in my opinion, to remind yourself of those things. Gratitude is like one of the most powerful things you can practice. But yeah, finding the silver lining, like MIA Teddy Bear said, is really difficult in times like COVID. And I can obviously say that like I can honestly say that this year has been not the most comfortable at all, but it's been one of the best years of my life, if not the best year of my life. Glad to see you doing well, Avo. Been so important to how I approach sobriety this year. Thank you for that. Luke, thank you, man. And congrats, dude. That's fucking amazing. It's Seabass. What's up? Yeah, man, I'm doing this. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop shit, man. The machine doesn't stop. So what's the next event? Sorry if you answered this already. The next event is January 9th, and that's the Grand Prix Finals between Saint and Marv 1. And I'm editing the trailer for that, and it should be dropping on Christmas. And it's a real card. Like this is like a big card. So there's a lot of other big battles on there. So should be good. Should be good. Got to bounce, but love to you all. Hell yeah, man. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it. JTR, I can't say, man. Gotta wait until Friday to see the trailer. Facts, your sobriety story caught me off guard. It's so great, man, to be able to look in the mirror and know what you're doing wrong and fix it. Nothing wrong with drinking, but I feel you. I'm not the type who can casually drink and just go all out. Same here. Same here. I agree with Infinity, how someone who has done so much and showed so much love for the culture to be persecuted for one thing you did is insane. You help more people than hurt right now, and that's all that matters. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that, man. Last comment. I've been so better with your Ruin an Hour with Sister Outspoken, RX, Lush, and Uno. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love doing the Ruin an Hours with guests. I'm actually going to see RX in like an hour. But yeah, Sister Outspoken, Lush, RX, I love having them as guests. I haven't done one with Sister Outspoken in a minute, so I'd love to do one with her soon. Because I miss her. It's a good one. Yeah, I know. We need more watch. I know. I've been slacking, man. I need to get on it. Like, it's just... I film Geechee's podcast twice, if not 3 times a week, and then I do battle events on the weekends, and there's like little time outside of that for anything else. And then I put like working out in the middle of the day, and that takes fucking like 4 to 5 hours. It's ridiculous. And then I gotta have time for myself. But I need to get back on the train. It's always so healing. Hell yeah, Desi, thank you. Love to hear that. Great job with the watch series and Geechee's podcast also. Bubba Ford, thank you. Geechee's podcast is live. It's going to be live tonight. They haven't hit me back, but they're supposed to be here in an hour. So we'll see. Maybe they won't be. That would not be fun if I was like ready for them to be here and they just don't come. But it's going to be Geechee, Frack, and RX. We're going to be talking about Christmas. The holidays, because Frack is Jewish, and I think RX doesn't celebrate Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. Victor, earlier this year, you gave me and my daughter very encouraging words as we were dealing with my divorce after 20 years. So I want to encourage you. No one has the power to cancel you. You are loved. Victor, thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me. I hope you and your daughter are doing good. I really hope that. I'm sure you are, but I just want to send you positive energy. JTR, the slots on the wheel aren't the same sizes because I put the ones that haven't been picked on the bigger sizes, or that haven't been picked in like a long time. My ex-boss was diagnosed with cancer at the start of the year. He passed last night. I just wanted to share with someone because I haven't really talked with anyone about it. Smithson Jackson, were you close with your boss? My condolences for that. That's really difficult, especially with cancer and it being drawn out over the whole year. That's really terrible, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Here we're back in March when you were watching battles every day, thinking this would all pass soon. Yeah, good times. True. I've been thinking about actually doing best rounds of 2020 in the round for round format. Smith and Jackson. But yeah, how you doing, bro? Sending positive energy your way, man. It's never easy for anyone to leave your life like that. So sending you positive energy, my condolences, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's like the 2020, the best rounds of 2020, and I want to do it like a big tournament, and then at the end I'll give like the best round like $1,000 or something. But I just don't feel like people will really fuck with me doing that, you know, because people don't like me anymore. But also, so many rounds are on the app. They're not even on YouTube. Tyrone, what's up? What's up, Avo? The battles were nice. Sound and visuals were incredible. Gave me the real, not the Sesame Street vibes. Good to hear, bro. Levi's Lens, who's in the chat, actually filmed and helped out this weekend. He's been helping out the Ruin Your Day team. So, thank him, too, because he was there. The man in the flesh. I got my ex-girlfriend into watching battles and watches back in the day, but she kept commenting on how nice your arms were, so I had to put an end to that. Dog, my arms are not I don't have, like, great arms, but thank you. That's very, very flattering, bro. Even if you're joking, that makes me feel really good. Thank you, man. Garnet West, thank you, man. I hope everything's good for you as well. Thank you, guys. We were pretty friendly. He always believed in me in kind of a father-like way, especially since my family lives across the country. I'm sorry to hear that, Smithson. But, yeah, guys, I got to wrap this up because I got to get everything ready. Man, I, like, cut my eyelid. You guys ever done that? You ever cut your eyelid? So now whenever I work out, it like stings. Anyways, first world problems. But yeah. Much love to everybody. Smith and Jackson. My condolences. Everybody that's lost a loved one in here, my condolences as well. Be around family and friends and people that care about you during the holidays. And if you can't, I'm going to do Ruin an Hour on Christmas Day. How about that? I'm going to do Ruin an Hour on Christmas Day. A special stream for y'all. Maybe not even an hour. Maybe I'll do 2 hours. Maybe we'll watch some battles. We can hang out. We can have Christmas dinner together. It'll be cool. You know, who knows? I think that would be a good idea. So tune in an hour on Geechi's Gotti's channel, No Studio and Podcast with RX and Frack. And then on Christmas Day, which is Friday, I'm going to do a special Ruin an Hour for everybody like myself that's going to be alone. And we can, you know, kick it, watch some battles. I'll show snippets of the Riot event. How about that? Yeah, we'll just hang out and have a jolly old time. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Much love. Peace out.